Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Decided to Live His Life His Own Way. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I'm not feeling that much well and that is why I didn't upload anything yesterday. So yeah, I hope you don't mind and enjoy today's story. And yeah guys, go easy on me on the ideas in the comment section. I have been trying my best to scrap up the ideas by doing some research, and wow, even Jimmy is giving me a hard time this time around with his idea, and Lane Dixion as well. I mean, both of their ideas were good and nice. It's just that on my end it was kind of hard doing research and all that. I hope you don't mind, and yeah, keep it in Naruto universe please. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and if you have any Naruto idea, do let me know in the comment section. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Story begins in an undisclosed hidden location within the walls of Konoha Gakure no Sato, 3 years after the Kyubi attack. As there we see, in a dimly lit room was seated on a throne a man that was covered in bandages, with black hair and a black eye that was visible. And this man was none other than an elder of this village known as Danzo Shimura. And he was currently sitting on his throne, operating his secret organization that worked only for his own interest, known as the Root Shinobis. As now we see, one of them said shinobis then arrived with a sunshin and was now bowing in front of him. Danzo-sama, we have acquired what you wished for. As there was a small smirk on Danzo's lips. Good, begin its trading. I want my weapon to be prepared in the future, when I take over this village. Yes, Danzo-sama, as you wish. As now we see, as soon as the shinobi disappeared, Danzo got up. Now, it is only a matter of time until Hiruzen calls for a meeting. And as he said these words, an envoy arrived. Danzo-sama, you have been called for Hokage meeting. It has been announced an emergency. As now we see, Danzo with a smile on his face then began to make his way towards the council chambers. As soon as he arrived there, we cut towards there to see that the meeting began with Hiruzen, who was looking very much grim and had a serious expression on his face, as everyone was also quite serious. As Hiruzen then said, as you all know, there has been a fire in the orphanage. The orphan Matrix, as well as many of the orphans, have been killed. It seemed like someone started the fire, but one of the child have gone missing. Whom? Our Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki. Isn't it a good thing though? Said one of the civilians as everyone glared at him. As soon as he saw the glaring eyes of everyone, he sat down quietly. As Danzo then said, Hiruzen, we need to find the boy as fast as possible. He is our weapon. Without the Jinchuriki, the balance of power will tip towards our enemies. Don't you see that? There are no enemies at the moment, Danzo. But what you are saying is correct. If the other villages find out about this, they might take their chances to try and attack Konoha, said Hiruzen. And for that reason I have sent out my envoys and require all of your assistance as well to hand over some of your shinobis from the clan so that we can form teams and send them out as search parties. We all will try our best, said Shikaku Nara, as every other clan had nodded in unison with him because they knew the origins of the child. As now we see, the meeting came to a halt and there was a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives. After that, when the meeting was called off, we see that Danzo began to make his way out of the room, aside from everyone else, as that is when he was stopped by Hiruzen and the other two elders. Danzo, what is it? Can you stop by for a moment in my office? There is something that I would like to discuss with you. As now we see, back into Hiruzen's office, away from the council chamber, Hiruzen then began breaking the silence, as the other 3 elders were there already with him, alone in the room. Why did you decide to leave? I'm sorry, what? said Danzo, looking confused. Don't act like you're confused, Danzo. You would have been the first one to be on edge, demanding that we bring back the Jinchuriki any way possible, and yet you remain quiet and calm today, said Hiruzen with no narrowed eyes, as the other two looked quite shocked. Don't tell me. Danzo, was it you that caused this? No. Even if you all think of me as heartless, even I am not that much of a heartless monster to do all of this. That was a horrendous crime, and whoever has done this deserves to be punished by death. And as for the Jinchuriki, you already have arranged for it, no? You have disbanded my route. There is no point in me saying anything to you, because I know whatever I say you will disregard it. And I know so that because of the origins of the boy you are already searching for him high and low, so there is nothing for me to say. I see. Sorry for doubting you. You can leave. As after Danzo left, Hiruzen's eyes were still on him, as if he was hiding something. Hiruzen was for sure that Danzo was the type that would do something like this. As now we see on the other side, as the search began, Danzo began his own cruel, teachings. As he arrived back at the base, he saw that the boy has already been tortured, or which he called conditioned. Good, you have conditioned him well. This is only the beginning, brat. You better be prepared for what's most to come. As now we see a panting Naruto with halfly lit open eyes, then look towards him with exhaustion. Always remember, because I'm gonna teach you only one lesson, and one lesson alone. In this world, if you want to survive, you have to be the fittest, the apex predator to survive. Because only those who are at the top will survive. And unfortunately for you, you're not that. Not at the moment, at least. I'm gonna mold you into the perfect weapon for me, and you will obey me. As after that, we see Danzo begin to make his way out of that room, leaving Naruto to be conditioned more. And as the conditioning began, Naruto's mind, instead of feeling any pain by now, was only drifting towards one part: survival of the fittest. He will not allow anyone to dictate his life. If he has to, he will even go as far as to become a monster, much more vicious and dangerous than Danzo, to be at the top, so that no one will be able to harm him. And from there on onwards, we see Naruto's life begin to be molded with a harsh training, to the point where he would pass out, continuously train even with illness, and even with his bones being broken and shattered. But not even a single day was he allowed to take any day off. There were no excuses. He trained extensively for more than 10 hours each and every day in different aspects, and Danzo was seeing his progress and was quite proud of it, because he knew in the future he will have his own weapon. As this was going on, we see years begin to pass by. As a few years passed by, Naruto reached from the age of 3 to the age of 8, and he was at the time where he would have begun the academy, but Danzo didn't allow him. Since he has been training extensively, he was now being sent out on dangerous missions, such as to retrieve the second Hokage's sword, the sensei of Danzo, Shimura, Tobirama Senju, and the second Hokage, and Naruto all by himself, without being injured, covered in blood of the enemies, returned back with the sword at the age of 7. And not only that, many of the bandit groups have been wiped out from the outer skirts, and some of the rogue shinobi's bounties have been claimed by him as well. But Naruto knew, if he wants to become at the top of the food chain, he still has a long way to go. As this was going on, we see that Danzo was facing another problem right now, and that was his body was getting old and was now deteriorating. Unlike Hiruzen, who was in perfect condition even at his age, Danzo was not. He found out he had an illness that was eating away his body inside on his own. It was a chakra illness. His chakra has become poisonous, vicious towards his own body and chakra network, and was eating it away. And Danzo's health began to deteriorate badly. And that is why he had to shake his hands with the devil at the moment. Orochimaru, one of Hiruzen's students who has gone rogue because of his inhumane experiments and his pursuit to become immortal. As now we see, one night, unbeknownst to Danzo, Naruto returned from his mission to find that there were some people talking in between in a secret room. As Naruto, masking his chakra and hiding himself, began to listen in. As now we see, it was Danzo and Orochimaru who were talking with one another. What nonsense are you speaking? Are you saying that I should lay down my weapon? No, what I am saying here, Danzo, is that you should become your own weapon. You see, your body is deteriorating, and I know for sure that you wish to become the Hokage still, do you not? Even if I do, I do not trust this method. Of course you wouldn't, but it is a proven method. Can't you see that I have been able to live and survive, feeding and fending off on others' bodies? You can too, Danzo. This way you'll have a new and much more stronger body that you have conditioned, and to add on that, you yourself will be the holder of the Biju. That is an interesting fact that you told me. And you'll be able to use that Biju's powers if you acquire the Sharingan, and with that, we will be able to make you the perfect host. Begin with this plan then. After all, Konoha needs some of the new fresh blood, as Hiruzen would have said. And who better than Naruto or me in his body instead of him? As now we see Naruto's eyes widen and then narrowed instantly. To hell with that. He wouldn't allow that to happen. As now we see Naruto inside his room, hiding and meditating. Why are you so upset, kid? Is it because that your master, the one that trained you, you found out is going to kill you to take your body now? No. If he tries something like that, I would kill him before even that happens. And where would you go? His whole route ambush will be on you before you even blink an eye. And they are more stronger than you. They know how you fight. But then what are you trying to suggest? I am trying to suggest is, I am your trump card. They don't know anything about me, except for my rage that they have experienced all those years ago when, well, I was released from your mother's grip. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, what are you trying to say here, Biju? I want nothing more than revenge on Konoha, and I know for sure that you too would want that after all that has happened to you. Even if I do want my revenge, what makes you believe that I will trust the likes of you? Trust me, don't trust me. It is all up to you, brat. But know this, with my help, you'll be able to achieve what you always wanted to. Free life, away from everyone. Nobody will be there to dictate to you. And once you die, I'll leave your body and will be free by myself. So that is what you want. Yes. But remember this, I won't die that easily. That is another matter all on its own hands. Fine. Right now all that matters is I need to get out of here before any of this happens. As now we see Naruto and Kyuubi begin to formulate their own plan, while on the other side, Jiraiya and Hiruzen were searching every inch of the whole elemental nation for all those years since Naruto has disappeared, and still no clue of his has been found. Hiruzen was getting more and more suspicious alongside Jiraiya that Danzo might be the one who was behind this after all, since he has been getting more and more relaxed. And that is when it happened. At the age of 9, Naruto was ordered alongside many others and Itachi to execute the whole Uchiha clan. And that is what Naruto did. Even killing Sasuke Uchiha, none of the Uchiha survived except for Itachi, and in the end, Naruto knew that even if a single Uchiha remained, it will be a threat in the future, so he himself cleaved off the neck of Itachi Uchiha while he was busy. As with that, the Uchiha bloodline ended, but Naruto made sure that the eyes were erased so that Danzo couldn't get any of them. And with that, he began to take action on his plan. As the roots were enraged, how dare you, you idiot! You know what you have done? Danzo-sama will have the head of yours for this insolence. Danzo-sama will, huh? Of course he will. What have I done? I am his weapon. as that is when he was arrested and taken to, well, Danzo in front of him. As Danzo began to question him, "Why did you do that, you idiot brat? I told you specifically to take out the Uchiha's eyes and bring them to me." "I am sorry, my lord, but seems like I stopped giving any of that a thought, because I have decided to be the fittest after all." As Danzo's eyes widened as he saw Naruto's blue eyes turn into red with slits, and before he could say anything like kill him or grab him, huge amount of Kyuubi's chakra was released, and a red KCM2 state was activated, in which Naruto and a huge Biju was formed again. And to horror and terror of everyone saw that it erupted straight from the bottom and underground of the Hokage office. As there was terror and screams everywhere, shinobi rushed towards the Hokage office to protect their Kage, but it was already too late. One after another Bijudamas were thrown everywhere. Destruction ensued. And not only Danzo, but Orochimaru, who was also in the premises of the attacks, was caught in it, alongside some of the members such as Tobi and Zetsu were also in the vicinity, spying and trying their best to find and locate the Jinchuriki. Since Orochimaru has left them, they knew that he was working with Konoha, and he might be the clue to find out where the Jinchuriki is, being the reason there, and now they too were caught in the vicinity of the attacks. Naruto didn't even hesitate, he killed anyone and everyone, leaving no loose ends behind, because he knew for sure, in all his training for his past life, if any of the loose ends remain, they will come back to haunt you. So, to make sure no ghost of the past comes to haunt him, he will, in the present, deal with them all, even those who can be a threat in the future. And with that, within mere moments, whole Konoha was eradicated. Where once stood a prominent top of the class village that was one of the strongest, now laid nothing more than ruins that were lit up in flames. As now we see Naruto standing on top of the broken and cracked Hokage monument, as there was no scream, just silence and flames that were burning everywhere, as Naruto was watching this with a sigh. Now that it is done, it is done. I hope you don't forget your promise, brat. I won't. You will be free once I die. Good. You know what, brat? I had fun today, so I'll be a little more generous. What is it? You're only allowed to die in your old age, and to make sure, as that is when Naruto was absorbed with an orange chakra. What did you do? I strengthened your body, coated it with my own chakra to make sure that you wouldn't get hurt. Why? Why doing this? Don't get me wrong, I still hate humans, but you seem interesting and fun. And that is the only reason that I am doing this for you. And I want to see what the future self of yours hold for yourself. As with that, Naruto said sayonara to Konoha and threw away his, fox mask that was given to him by Danzo as his root mask towards the burning flames, and began to walk away from the ruins known as now Konoha. And now, in front of him was a world filled with opportunities. As news spread out in the whole elemental niches that the Kyuubi has destroyed Konoha, Iwagakure and Kumo cheered and celebrated that, but the likes of others, they saw this as an opportunity. And soon now we see a fourth great shinobi war ensued, and the villages were now up against one another to dominate the other and ensure that they were the strongest. Naruto watched this all from the sidelines, and in front of him, the villages and everyone who wanted to gain power were destroyed. And he himself was the only one who watched this from afar alongside with his Biju friend, with a smile on his face. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I know it's quite short, but yeah, this is the best I could do right now. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. This is it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.